So often when we talk about food, we hear people ask the question, how will we feed 10 billion people in 2050? But when we stop and look at how we're performing today in terms of food and nutrition security, it's clear that we're already facing a massive challenge. So the conference Tackling World Food System Challenges Across Discipline Sectors and Scales was organised by the ETH Zurich World Food System Centre. We decided to host the conference at Monte Verità, which is the ETH conference centre in the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland, and this is quite a unique conference venue. It has a history that's linked to the food system, so it was actually initially founded as a vegetarian community. And exploring that history was an interesting way to also frame the topics of discussions for the conference.
How many inputs are actually needed to produce 1 ton of food?
We're then able to know which are the key resource stresses at the different levels.
How can science inform research policy to foster sustainable food systems?
If you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together.
I have really enjoyed the conference in terms of that it is very exceptional because it really addresses the whole food systems and food value chains and tries to identify bottlenecks there and address them, while normally we in science work in silos.
True power comes when you break down the silos and you bring different disciplines together. You know, I think we've learnt a lot.
I think events like this one play a very important role in moving forward the discussion and the understanding of what we mean in sustainable value chains and the importance of creating sustainable value chains. So here we have a huge diversity of knowledge, of disciplines, of experiences and nationalities. And together I think this gives us an opportunity to drive an alignment and then push towards common goals.
So as this was a food systems conference, the topics that were discussed were very broad and very diverse. We wanted to cover not only all aspects of the value chain, from agricultural production through processing, food science to nutrition and health, but also understand the connections between each of these areas and the broader context, be that environmental, political, economic or social aspects.
In this conference, I particularly like that people highlighted the issue of transforming agriculture and the consumer behaviors together, because if the consumers are aware what they want to consume and how it is produced, that could have a tremendous effect on the production side.
Food security is a food system problem which needs food system thinking, not only food availability, as has been traditionally been done. We don't need to focus only on food production, but we need to focus on many other issues.
It was really important for us to try out some different approaches to how the conference was structured and run. This meant that we broke away from tradition of having very long keynote sessions and instead focused on very short inputs from very high quality speakers, and then allowed a lot of time for discussion with the plenary in a structured way. We also incorporated a multi-day workshop into the program. This focused on the topic of assessing and building resilience in food systems, which is an emerging topic in food systems research around the world. And it was a really nice opportunity to bring the different disciplines and expertise together in a very structured and important way.
I've been working on food systems for the last, I would say 4 years more or less. And I've met so many new faces here, and that has been very surprising and also very good.
These things we tend to go to where we know everybody. Yes, because they tend to be organized in a much narrower way.
But when you meet in this kind of risk-free environment, we can chat, we can understand each other, it opens a dialogue, it can only be a good thing.
That's a good thing about conference, that we are not too big in size. I mean, in the big conferences, you usually meet people once and then it's hard to find the same person again. But here, you're eating together, you're spending time together, discussing together, and you can reconnect with people. That's a good networking opportunity.
I think it's about time to thank the organizers on behalf of all of us for this wonderful meeting.
One of the goals in establishing the World Food System Centre was to really build up a platform not just at ETH and not just in Switzerland, but one that could reach globally, to bring together people from different disciplines and sectors who can collaborate together in new ways to tackle these very complex issues that we're facing in food systems. We really feel like this conference was a first step towards what we hope will be a really successful pathway in this direction in the future.